Today we're going around the island of Bequia to the other side, to a bay called Friendship Bay, because we've been here in Port Elizabeth and the weather is gonna be super calm for the next few days, which means we can go to the other side, which is a bit more exposed, and there's a really nice reef there. Also, not many people anchor there, so we really want to check it out. Let me see your hands. Oh,
look at this.
Oh god.
Yeah, we've been at anchor for a few years. There's no wind and it's so difficult to take it out.
We don't have a lot of wind. There was enough wind to sail in the bay because it probably came down the hills, but now we've motored out of the bay a little bit and there's barely enough to fill the sail or actually get the sail out. So I'm just gonna manually roll it out. There you are. Okay, you can bring it in a little bit again. Guys, I'm not sure if you can see it here, but for us to keep sailing, we have to furl the sail, the foresail, a little bit in, because this bit here is supposed to go into the foil, but it's broken. So we actually cut a little bit of the sail in order for it not to break any further up. And what we do is we furl the sail a little bit in so the pressure is evenly and it's not just like ripping it more and more. So yeah, this is what we have to do to keep using our sail, but I'm pretty sure that 99.9% of boats have a tweak here or there just to make things work. So this is what we're doing.
Is that dinner?
Yeah, this is dinner, yeah, sure. We're still trying to feed ourselves. We were told you need to let it out about 1.5 to 2 boat lengths, but that's pretty much all of our knowledge. I bet today is the day that I catch something. When we were sailing in Malta, we used to pass these little fishing boats, and there was always a guy in the fishing boat just like doing this hand movement, basically like this. And we didn't really know what was going on until we realized they're actually fishing. They're pulling the line like this. So whenever we passed them then in our dinghy, we were doing the same hand movement but without a fishing line. And they were just giving us the eye like, what are they doing? They're not fishing, they're going way too fast. But then we made them laugh, I think. Who's driving a boat?
It's fine, it's an autopilot. What are you doing actually?
I'm copying fishermen.
What are you supposed to feel there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think when you pull the lines like this is to feel the bite.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Who taught you that?
It makes sense.
I don't know. I feel more like it is with cats, you know? If
Sure.
you just go like this with the cats, they're not gonna go. But if you go like
Catfish.
like you know, you pull a line in front of a cat and you pull it and they go like all crazy.
Sure, marlin.
Yeah, they're all predators in it. Yeah. I'm putting this underneath these wooden panels because otherwise, if a fish would bite,
You can put a Coca-Cola can, by the way.
it
works.
flies.
Can.
Yeah, but I need something so the line goes out and it doesn't snap, because this is what happens to us all the time. The line snaps, or the entire rolly thing goes overboard. So it's gotta have, and then I just put it here. So when or if the fish bites, then I can tell. Like, but drum doesn't go overboard. So that's what it is. That's my technique.
So at the moment we're doing like 3 knots because we only have like 7 knots of wind, dead downwind, which is actually not very good because our sails are too heavy.
And Nika had a really good idea because we still don't have a light on our outboard. He's actually getting the lid now because we have a new light that we just haven't touched yet. And it's a solar light, so it charges during the day in the light and then at night it turns on by itself. So this is really, really good. And we were actually not sure how we're gonna attach it, but some nice sailors gave us some heavy duty Velcro, so that's perfect for us. That's what I'm gonna do now. So these are the lights that we used on our dinghy before. Obviously this is a bit of an invention just to click them in because they're very simple. And the problem with these is that they're battery powered, so these massive batteries go in there and it's actually quite difficult to find these batteries. And then they just keep discharging basically when you need them most. So battery powered is nothing that you really want in the boat when you're sailing around the world. It's not reliable. It will turn off and yeah, you can't recharge them. So, and they actually, with the vibration as well, because they're so simple with the vibration of the dinghy driving, they just kept like going off and on. So that confuses other people more than anything. We've actually been using them for a couple of years. So guys, we've not been without lights completely. And then after that, we used some little lights that you can recharge with. It's not, yeah, it's USB, I think. It's USB-C. And one of our sweet Patreons, Robert, sent them to us. But they're just not made for the outdoors really. I think they're supposed to, but they only lasted about 6 months and then they just stopped working as well. So we were looking for something that is just easier. It doesn't need recharging, it doesn't need batteries, and like I said, this is a solar light and we've seen it with other cruises. It's really, really good. You can just put it here. You don't have to like think about anything. It just turns on as soon as it gets dark. So one time we were in Greece, it was pitch black and the battery of our nav lights died. So we were going into a busy anchorage and the only thing we could think of to be seen is I actually googled red and green light I just put it on my phone and held it in front as Enrico was driving the dinghy. But yeah guys, we invent things but just don't do the things that we are doing. We're still trying to make things better. This is actually really interesting Velcro. It doesn't have a male and a female. It just clicks in just like that. And this is heavy duty with a sticky bit here on the bottom. So I don't even have to think about any glue. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna clean everything a little bit with my alcohol so we are sure that it's gonna stick. And this is gonna be really quick and I should have this up and working before we arrive. So I'm just gonna cut a few pieces to cover the bottom of the light. So I covered all the bits below just in case, to give it the maximum strength to hold onto our cover. And then needs to tack. So I'm just gonna hold onto everything here. Put it under the cover. So again, I got this all nicely covered. Just gonna clean it with alcohol now. That's better. This Velcro has a nice peely things, or you can just attach it straight away, and this is clean now. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. One, two, oh, it's gonna be so nice. There. Right in the middle.
Wow!
You like it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I'm happy. I need to tack because we're so close to shore. Oh man, that's good. We have a light.
Should I try pulling it off?
Not yet. Let it settle.
I let it settle. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but this looks so chic. Oh, we have a light, guys. A proper, reliable light.
I need to tack, babe.
Okay.
Sarah did a fantastic job, man. Look at this.
I'm really happy. So this is done. We finally have a light for our dinghy, and we're only about half a mile away from the anchorage. We just have to go through two rocks. I think one is called Middle Key and one is called Syrup Key, like where you pour in your drink. And then we have to go around the corner because we can't go past the coast directly. There's a reef, so we're going in between these islands here. We've taken the sails down for the last bit. We're just around the corner from the anchorage because we have to go through these two rocks, and it's a bit narrow, so just to be on the safe side, and otherwise we would have to tack another 5 times probably, and then we're definitely gonna be arriving during the night. So we don't want that. I've actually just figured out why we always arrive in the night, because we enjoy sailing so much, especially when it's like this, going around the islands and you can be sightseeing. We're just not sailing to race to the destination. We really enjoy going to places, and it's all about the going, not the arriving. And then as it happens, the day passes, because when you're having a good time, time flies, and then all of a sudden we're watching the sunset. It's like, oh wow, it is beautiful out here, but we still have an anchorage. So this is Friendship Bay. I know it's really difficult to see actually that there is a bay there. There is just so little depth perception, because the water, obviously you don't have a lot of visual marks that will tell you how deep it is. So as we're going in, it's like the land usually opens up. We were contemplating anchoring there, but the anchorage is a little bit exposed to be...
Also, there was somebody in the prime location that I wanted.
Yeah. There was one other boat that had the best view. So
yeah, of course.
We might wait until they're gone.
That's what we do. We wear them out. Abort mission. We're gonna go to another anchorage. It's gonna be late, but this one is swelly. Somehow the swell just comes around. I don't know from where, because the wind is not from that direction. Maybe because the island's too small.
Yeah, and we only realized when we came in, it looked really flat.
It looks really flat from far away, man. I was so happy, and I said, oh wow, the island's so green, so nice. Yeah, let's explore. But no, after tomorrow the wind gets better in a different angle, so I'm pretty sure there will be no swells, but at the moment, no, it's just, we sail around the world, so it's no, we try to always get a comfortable night's sleep. Otherwise, if you're doing it for one day, you can say, yeah, you know, it's fine. But if you do it every day, you try to seek comfort.
This season, we've done a lot of miles, a lot of sailing, a lot of offshore sailing. So now, like Annika is saying, when we can, we try to find somewhere where we can sleep the night through and cook comfortably, all of these kinds of things.
Also,
so
the kiddies, they like a calm anchorage.
Yes, the cats.
There's always the occasional cricket that flies around.
That's what you're gonna say. The cats, they don't like to roll in.
They want to be on.
Actually, there she is. She did not approve. We're gonna go through the 2 little keys again, around the corner, because we did see that spot along the way that looked really calm, and maybe it is actually calm when we're there. Did you not like the anchorage?
yesterday she did the dinghy light while we were sailing, which is nice. So I promised her a smoothie, so I'm making her a smoothie in the morning.
Nice.
Of
What are you putting in there? Our last banana?
our last banana and an avocado. So avocado banana smoothie and yogurt and milk and honey. There is no honey. Look at this. We bought like 4 of these guys. Now we're stuck with this for next year. And this is no honey. It actually crystallizes so much.
It's probably syrup of some kind.
Yeah, it says pure honey, but it's not honey.
If you heard about food fraud, it's not honey.
Yeah.
Google it.
I don't know why I divided it like this. Actually, I have to take the blender somewhere else because the batteries are too low in the morning, so I have to use the external battery.
Still see some blobs. See, I never thought you could put avocado in a smoothie. And then we had found this avocado punch that they do here, and it's so nice. So now we put it in everything. I think you can even put it in ice cream.
With a bit of crunchy ice, very nice. Not because I did it. It's good because it's good avocado.
You're self-appetizing.
Very nice.
Today we're gonna explore Petit Nevis. So this is where we anchored last night, and it's a tiny island, and I'm very confused it's called Petit Nevis because there's St. Kitts and Nevis, and that's nowhere near here. Jeez, what was that? Are you gonna race? I look a bit weird, like an octopus.
Do you
coming
mind
out.
explaining what this is, please?
I couldn't find a wooden plug last night and I was collecting water. This is the runoff for the deck. Yeah, I was thinking it's gonna rain, but it didn't in the end, and I forgot to remove my invention from last night.
Very rough, eh?
But that's the exposed side of the little island. We've gone around now, almost. Wow. I would love to go snorkeling here, but I think it's too dangerous.
And today the weather is so calm. Imagine this in rough weather.
Oh yeah. I hope we can land. So you might be wondering what this is. This is one of the only 4 Aboriginal whaling stations left in the world. It was built in 1886 and it was actually operational until 1993. And whaling is still to part allowed on the islands, but this whaling station is closed now.
Yeah, it's very sad, obviously, because it is whaling, but this is a tradition that goes back 150 years ago.
Guys, you have to understand that whaling has been a tradition here for hundreds of years, and since the islands are not really equipped for agriculture, this was the only way the inhabitants here could sustain themselves.
I think it's 4 pilot wells a year they allowed, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Like I say, it's very, very sad, but obviously this is their tradition. But again, we travel around the world, we want to see cultures and we want to see what they do. So we no one to give an opinion about,
Yeah.
this should be done or this should not be done. So we just want to see the culture, and yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. For me it's sad, but it is a fact that this is a whaling station, and they actually built a new one in another island. Just around the corner. I'm gonna see if I can take you guys there.
I know on the camera it looks calm, guys, but it's difficult to see the waves and how the water is moving, so there is a lot of movement here.
That's the camera stabilization. It doesn't really justify.
And Nick is saying, like, we're agreeing, the dinghy we had before was lighter and it had a soft bottom, so we just kind of dragged it everywhere. We tried to lift it, obviously, not breaking it or anything like this, but this dinghy is way too heavy, so there is a bit more of planning and evaluating involved leaving it somewhere.
We're here. Oh man, quite high, eh? So imagine the boat that used to bring the whales in. It was a very high boat.
Must have been big boats, because yeah, this pontoon or this pier is quite high, unless it was extended and it was wooden, but then you wouldn't know anymore. I don't see any broken remains down in the water.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna find here, because not many people seems to visit this island, because it's actually very difficult to access. Well, you saw that in the dinghy.
Look at this, guys. What a view with the palm trees. Oh, there's so much air coming through here. It's like the ultimate Robinson Crusoe getaway island.
This is absolutely beautiful, man. I know it has a dark history, but wow, the coconut just actually fell from that tree, man. Wow. It's all overgrown now with grass. We're trying to find the actual whaling station.
Yeah, I don't want to go through there. Full of spiders. We haven't found anything related to whaling yet, but look, a sponge. An old buoy?
It's not metal.
Yeah, but it's hollow. We're trying to find the ramp that we saw when we passed by in the dinghy, and there was some other
Right.
walls.
It's all covered with vegetation, but I think it's right.
Yeah, it's very difficult to orientate yourself on this island because it's so overgrown.
I think the ramp is there.
Yeah, there were some buildings here. Look, there's some sort of building structure here. It's like a horseshoe. And then there's a wall here as well. I wonder what they use this for. Can you see? It says, rams? Fams? Look, hams? Yeah, can you see it on the stone? Look, I think I found some whale bone. I think it's a fragment, no?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. There's not much left on this island to see, as in what actually happened. There are walls here and some buildings, but most of the things are just incredibly overgrown, and the island has turned itself into a wild landscape again.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is good actually. It's like it's erasing the history, don't you think? And we always feel that even if it's a sad part of history, it's still good to learn about it and to experience it and maybe find out what happened in the past and how we can move on. And now this island is turning beautiful again, and it's like it's forgetting what happened here. This is the other smaller island with the whaling station that is still active, but it's very rough. So I don't think we can land here at all. I can see some winches inside. Oh, let's get away from here. I don't think this is a good idea. Oh my god! Woo! And we're trying to just get there. Oh man, this is a scary place. No, I am not heading onto that island. Let's leave.